MTN, everywhere you go.
Project Fame! What a feeling!
Come in. Sit down. Oh, hello, Margaret.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Who is Roland?
Lio.
Who is that one? Alawale.
Call the office.
Please sit down. Don't call anybody. Please.
Okay.
Omolayo. Omolayo, baby mixture. You are the one. Nobody is helping you. Are you head of house or it's your turn to clean up? I'm here. You both have a class. Up you get. It's me. Who else? Let's go. How many did I get over there? 2? Yes, 4. Mola, can you move this for me, please? Just put it near me. Lamborghini, can you move just a bit to that side here? Yeah. Oh, you're a bit squeezed, aren't you? Can somebody come and join me here? Jimo, come and join me. Oh, what? Yeah, I should just excuse you. Okay, bye. How is everybody? Wow, wow, wow. Congratulate yourselves for such an amazing show yesterday. Congratulate yourself. Clap for yourself. Is that how you're clapping for yourself? No. Yeah, I did ask for this. I didn't say you to clap like that. See, when you say to students, clap for them. Myself, God bless you. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Congratulations. That was just an amazing, amazing show yesterday. I'm waiting to hear comments from the viewers, because it was very, what's the word now? Very uplifting. If we had been in another country, what would have happened was that you'd have a re-release of all those songs because of the way they were done. You know, it was just so well done. Immaculata, welcome back. That was good. You're back on track. You know, I was very happy to see that. Nice performance, Roland. Very nice. I like the fact that you picked up on the energy. Adito, you didn't let the energy drop. I had a bit of trepidation. Oh my God, I hope they can. And you did an excellent job. Olawale and Olawale and Omolayo, Father Lord, you will help me. I apologize. I really, really apologize for that mix-up that happened on Friday. I am so, so sorry. I kept thinking that, oh my God, do I come in and see you after the show, because, and I thought, no, it's not I can't do that, it might put you off because I could see so many repercussions from what happened, and I was in 6s and 7s, and, yesterday was just such a wow performance by both of you. You gave a good account of yourselves, and there was no question mark, no comma as to why you're still in the house. I was very, very proud of you, but at the same time, I do want to apologize. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I will do what Bibi did yesterday. And she quickly asked, I think it was Adiba, she said, Olawale, is it? You know, why the two names? You know, like someone was explaining. They said it's almost as if the two of you have one name. It's almost like Omolayo, Olawale. Do you understand that? The first name is Omolayo, the last name is Olawale. You know, so it's like one person's name. So
I have Wale.
and you see you now. I better get out. You know, so you know, just have to do a quick rethink on this so that you don't make the, and especially at such a crucial time. We thank God for His mercies. Simon, nice. You take it. I hope you've taken into consideration what the judges said to you. What the judges said. You know, I'm not sure whether I think it's that you're nervous and so you're not letting go. You know, because you've let go, you've done it before. You know, you've had the, you know, you just had the audience eating out of the palm of your hands, and you've got something that a lot of entertainers wish they had. The Yorubas call it Oyin. In translation, it means head for crowd. That's the translation. I don't know how to translate it in any other way. That you have a head that just draws the crowd. You know, if you go into, let's say, metaphysics, okay, especially the metaphysics of the African, that say, you know, it says that your head is almost like your destiny. You know, so you have that thing about you that just it's natural, it's inborn. Do you understand? The beauty, no, that is a gift, all right? But the danger of a gift like that is that if there's nothing solid behind that gift, afterwards the crowd will turn because it's not there. It's like the emperor's new clothes. You know the story of the emperor's new clothes? You do? The story of the emperor's new clothes is that the emperor comes in, or, you know, everybody's, these designers from 419, they have serious 419ers. 419 started long before all of us were born, because this is nursery, one of the Grimm's fairy stories. You have these 419 tailors who come and say they're going to sew something magnificent for the emperor. They take his measurements, put a mirror before him, tell him that they're going to take, you know, make him this fantastic. So and they charge him like half the wealth in the kingdom to sew this magnificent outfit. And so on the day he's supposed to wear it for an important occasion. So on the day of the important occasion, you know, they come and they make, you know, in those days they wear makeup and all that. They made him undo his hair, everything, and they brought this thing and they ask him, oh, what do you think is the magnificent? And what does he say? This is what they're holding. This. Can you see what I'm holding? That's it. They're holding it. And they say, what do you think is the magnificent? Everybody doesn't want to look like a fool. And so they're fantastic. Can you see the diamonds? Can you see, the opals? Oh, can you see it over there? And everyone, yes, fantastic. So the king too doesn't want to look like a fool. So they put it on him, put his hand through here, put his leg through here, and say, you know, they tie it for him. Everything is done, you know. And then he marches through the crowd. And, you know, there's a big umbrella to shade him from the sun. And he's marching through the crowd. And it's a little child that says, goes through and says, Mommy, why is the king naked? Do you understand? They didn't sew anything. But it was a little child that saw through it. And then it was because there was that one voice that goes, why is the king naked? Everybody then, because it's true, he's naked. Then the king too realized, yeah, it's true, I'm naked. It's too late. Do you understand? So that's what they're trying to say to you. That, yeah, it wasn't for that long, okay? There just needs to be that, it's, you know, when I say it wasn't for that long, that tension that they were talking about, all right? That tension, it wasn't for that long. But for me, I also noticed something extra from the tension. There's a kind of, I call it one of your stage tricks that you discovered when you did that fantastic song that the audience liked. You know, you found that you had a gate, a particular kind of gate, and you keep repeating the same gate for different songs. You can't. All right? So just it's always back to the truth in the song. When you get the truth in the song, you will get the truth in your performance. Okay? And Margaret, man, I'm sold on you. I'm sold on you, girl, because, you know, your performance. I hated your costume, though. I thought that was so unfair. For all the movements you had to do. First of all, that cap should have been, I'll have a discussion with the costume lady, no problem. But that cap should have been fixed on your head, and then you needed something a bit more clingy so that we could see all the movements. It was like, you know, but in spite of, you gave an incredible performance. Incredible, really nice. You know, Nini, you've discovered what you need. Why you didn't use it? I don't know. You know you need your glasses. Somehow or other, when you're not wearing your glasses, you are muffled. It's almost as if because you cannot see, everything is muffled for you. For me, I mean, I've been using myself with you until I saw you wear your glasses and perform. I said, sure. You know, you actually need to connect with the audience to perform. I'd rather not. Let's put it that way. I don't want to see anybody frowning their face or anything. Just let me do my performance and move on. But you like to see it and work with it. All right? So, and when you don't have it, and so, yes, there were amazing points in your performance, but there was something about it, because of what we have experienced with other performances, there was just something that wasn't there. Please don't go on stage without your glasses again. Just don't. Just whatever it is, whatever styling they're doing for you, they must style it around your glasses. So that's good. Yeah? You know, so I also thought that I liked your costume. Your costume was really nice, you know, but I felt it got in the way of some of it, but we still saw it. You know, you're just one big, bold, you're the first big person that we have had. We've had several big people, but you're the first who loved her body. You just make us love the entire thing that you bring, the boldness of it, the move. Sweet, 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 sweet. Jimo, that was one of your best performances yesterday. First of all, they give you dreads and then they pack the dread. How? I mean, that one just is not computing, because maybe that would have helped. Because you see these guys staggering all around the stage and you're saying to yourself, the body is staggering, the face is not. Do you understand? The face is not staggering anywhere. And so you see, and so it was like there was a disconnection, you know? I felt watching you, and that forgive me. You need to go and smoke small because there's no, you're not, you know, or just do the performance as somebody who is not a smoker but just singing the song. But you did the performance like I'm smoking, and then we are looking at your face. There's no smoke at all there. Do you understand? So maybe the hair would have helped. So I don't know, but so I could understand your positioning in the whole thing. I just hope you get songs, and then I think at this point of the competition, you can discuss what makes you comfortable with your your teachers and also your costumers. Okay, discuss what it is you are doing. That is key. Now, if you run into any problems, you see me practically every day, all right? You see me right through till Wednesday. You start rehearsals on Thursday. When do you get your costumes? But you have discussed it before then. Okay. No, you are. You can. It's just be polite about it. All right. So if it doesn't go with let one of us know. If it's not me, discuss it with Kathy. Kathy is the one that you work with quite a bit. All right. In that area. So probably the main person to discuss with is Kathy. If it's not working with the move that immediately, don't wait. Don't let it go on for too long, all right? And, discuss with your other teachers what makes you feel comfortable. If there's anything that's happening you're not particularly comfortable with, let them know. All right, at this stage of the competition, you've come to the point now where everything we've wanted to teach you, you've absorbed, you're using it. You all came in with things yourselves, didn't you? You all did. You all came in with something, and so we've added to that. We've thrown out things that were not necessary. We've built on what you had, so you can work with that now. All right, so it's your game. All right, it's your game. Today I have a guest with me. I don't know how many of you know him. How many people know the person sitting next to me? You do. Oh, all of you guys, you are missing so much. There's a lot that we talk about, especially with my own class, because a lot of my class has to do with life lessons, life coaching. I do a lot of that with you, especially life coaching as an entertainer. It is so key to see ourselves as very important in the scheme of things, in the scheme of even the growth of our nation. We are a very, very important key in it. And one of the people who has exhibited that a lot, and I guess why a lot of people don't know him because of where his ministry is Lamborghini. Please give him a warm round of applause. I call him one of my sons, his Lamborghini. And Lamborghini works in the prisons. He uses his songs to minister to prisoners, especially young prisoners. And he's known by so many high up people, influential people in the society because of the work that he does, And it's not just prisons in Lagos, all over Nigeria. His heart is mainly for the young people. Wonderful ladies and gentlemen, I now call you distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It gives me the great honor to present to you Lamborghini, who is going to who is also a singer. Like I said, oh yes, he's a singer. He's just launched an album, but I'll keep quiet about that one. It's not his first, but he's launched an album. And I was listening to the interview on the radio, and I'm really going to probably embarrass him with it a bit. But for now, I'll let him talk to you guys. Lamborghini, you've got the floor.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How are you guys doing? It's nice to be here. This is my big mommy. And basically, why I'm here is I'm young like you all. And sometimes when young people discuss certain issues, we get to understand ourselves better sometimes than when we discuss it with older people, because we always have this thing about, they are old school, they don't understand the vibe, the way it is right now. In their own days, maybe they didn't do it this way or they didn't do it that way,
Lamborghini is saying I should go out.
No, Mom, Mom, no more.
It's true now, this old something. Okay,
no, Mom,
I'm
you're
listening
different.
to you. Yeah, right. I'm listening to you.
Okay, I'll give you a little background of where I'm coming from and why I see life the way I see life. My real name is Yinka Lawansin, but musically in the Nigerian industry, I'm known as Lamborghini. I've been in the music business for 12 years. I started very young. Along the line, chasing my dream as a musician, as a young musician in Nigeria, I realized that there are some certain assignments, that are tied to every entertainer because of the amount of youth we command on a daily basis. These are young people that look up to us as role models. These are young people that look up to us and they want to be exactly like the way we are. In the beat of all of this, I discovered using music as a therapy in the prison system in Nigeria. Initially, in the history of the prison system, musical concerts are not allowed in prisons, but after a while, when I introduced it, it became something that everybody started associating themselves with, because the fact that they are locked up in prison does not mean they should be totally denied, of little fun here and there. And the truth is, music heals the heart faster. Music is a huge rehabilitation tool. I introduced that in 2009, and between the space of 2009 and date, I've done over 7 concerts in prison, which featured top Nigerian entertainers you can think of in the music industry and in the movie industry. If I want to start calling names, it's a long list. But so many big names that you all know, you all look up to, have gone to the prisons with me. Now, in the process of doing all of this, by the special grace of God, we fought, to get freedom for some helpless inmates. So far, so good. I've been able to get 32 out of jail, and now, in doing all of this, the truth is, all I had was just my voice, my vocal cord. That was all I had, which is what you all have as well. But I've been able to channel and discover the power of my vocal cord. I've come to realize that I'm a voice, I'm an authority, I am power. There's so many youths in Nigeria, but not every youth is on the news. I am on the news, and that makes me a different personality from the regular youths on the street. So what do I need to do, to help the society? In this part of the world, we keep hearing things like negative words, Nigeria blah, Nigeria this, Nigeria that, Nigeria, the government did this, did that. But the truth is, I am tired of hearing those words, and that's one of the reasons why I picked up the challenge. It's not like my dad is in the government. It's not like I have connections when I started. I just want you to realize the power of music. I started off as a young entertainer. When I was about to introduce music as a therapy, it was a big deal. Nobody was listening to me. Everybody looked at me like, are you a joker? Like, where are you coming from? Like, the way it is in the society. You're just a musician, my friend. What do you understand about using music as a therapy? But the truth is, I never allowed all those words hit me down. I had a dream. There is a difference. When you're a pioneer of an original vision, you don't expect the same temptation people that are tapping into an existing vision are going through. Your temptation is different. Your challenges are different because you're a pioneer of something brand new. But if you're tapping into something that has existed already, there are no challenges. You don't know what the original person actually went through to come about that first piece. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Like, I'll give you an example. Gold. The original gold goes through a lot to become gold. But then we have GL, we have this one, we have white gold, we have so many other kinds of gold. Now, the truth is, you have to give credit to that first person that actually went through the pain, the stress to manufacture the first piece that every other ones are now tapping into. When I realized that was what I had, I encouraged myself. I equipped myself with the right set of people around me. You find me in the club, jumping, doing the regular hip-hop things, but when I'm not doing music, I'm sitting down with people that are very intelligent, people that can talk to me, people that can expose me to the kind of world that I'm dabbling into. Now, at the end of the day, that got me appointed as an ambassador to the Nigerian Prison Service, which no musician has ever been appointed in the history of Nigeria. And in the bid of doing all of this, I got appointed again as NDLEA National Ambassador, which is majorly the reason why I'm here today. When I became appointed as NDLEA Ambassador, it was a big deal because no musician in the history of Nigeria has ever been appointed as an NDLEA Ambassador. Normally, when you hear music and NDLEA, the first question is, who again? Have they arrested somebody again at the airport? I don't know if you understand. Now, I want to take you back a little bit. Where did all this start from? I was just a musician, just an ordinary guy doing music on the streets of Lagos. Sometimes I sag my pants, You see me on my blinks. Sometimes I'm like, I have stud in my ear. Like, there was a time I had gold there. Like, I'm very crazy. Like, I'm doing music, I'm crazy about it, but the truth is, I got my head up. Like, I know where I'm going. Now, drugs and music is why I'm here. There are two electrifying elements that seems unseparable, yet they are not compatible. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Why aren't they compatible?
I'll tell you why they are not compatible. Music is energy. Music, naturally, if truly you have music inside of you, the moment you hear a chord or you hear a drum or something, there's this vibration in your whole body system. You are awakened. Naturally, there is a way, if you set your soul properly, music can intoxicate you. Like, you are no longer on the same platform with the regular people. You are somewhere else. Now, that is the same effect drugs has on you. Now, the moment you take in drugs, okay. The moment you take in drugs, the first thing that happens to you is your body system, elevates from the regular place it was to the next level, which is the same thing music is doing to you. Now, when you bring these two elements together in one body, initially it looks like you become like a magician. You're doing things that on a good day you will not regularly do, but the truth is it's not gonna last. Have you ever seen when NEPA brings lights and the current is too full? Initially the bulb, let me say maybe the voltage is probably to just brighten up this place, and all of a sudden, because the voltage is too full, the light goes very bright, and before you know what's happening, the bulb goes up, boom. That is a perfect example of what happens to you when you use drug and music. When you use drugs, you're up there, you're going unstoppable, vibrant, on stage, you're bringing it down, the roof is on fire, everything. But the truth is, you're going down. Now, you see that process of you're up there, it could last for a year. That process could last for 5 years. But the truth is, you're going down. I don't know if you understand. Now, how can you manage it? Initially, nobody believed I don't drink. My mom has seen me on stage. When you see me on stage, I bet you want to come backstage and test if I had cocaine in my system or if I had some sort of hard drugs in my system. But the truth is, I trained myself. Now, the reason why you're here in the academy is because you're preparing for the unknown. As you guys are in here, I'm not kidding, you don't have an idea of what the industry is actually like. It's not what it is in here. You wake up, the food is ready, there is a music teacher, there is this, the mic is set, the sound is perfect, everything is just, the judges are seated, the light is coming on exactly when you want it to come on. I wouldn't lie to you, when you get out there, the real world of the music industry, it's not going to be prepared like that for you. Now, imagine the...
I don't want to, please hold that thought. I'd like us to come back to that. Okay. But I do get that a lot of times you do get to hear that it's not. But how many of you have been musicians professional, before you came into the house? You've had stage performances. How many? There's Immaculate, there's big stages. Sorry? You all have. Okay, so you've had to get your equipment, get things done and all that, and things were not done for you. So you have an idea of what he's talking about, that it's not like it is here where everything, that. But I guess what people have been trying to say more and more, and they're emphasizing, and the emphasis on it is the fact that yes, now you do have a following, now you have people you have facial recognition, more facial recognition than you had when you came into the house, all right? And with that, you will believe that you have some expectations, all right? But what everybody is trying to let you know is that when you leave here, forget those expectations. You've been armed, all right? But realize that it's almost like you're going to start from scratch. Almost like you're starting from scratch, but with you've gotten some weapons to help you. But don't go out there expecting. Go out there knowing that you're going to it's a struggle in the first couple of years. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mom. Now, just a little bit for what she just said right now. Imagine how many musicians we have in the entertainment industry in Nigeria. Imagine how many young people are still waking up to be in the entertainment industry in Nigeria. Now imagine what you're actually coming to face. I don't know if you understand what she was trying to say. Like, imagine what you're actually coming to face. Now, that takes me to a deeper side of our discussion. I'm going to ask a very faithful question, and we're like a family. I would like you to answer me truthfully. Have any one of you here ever gotten yourself involved in, maybe drug abuse? You feel if I don't have a little bit of this inside of my system, I might not be able to perform properly. Or have you experienced someone around you? Not directly you, but if you've ever experienced it. I just want to know if you understand the level of damage drug abuse can do to you as a person. Any one of you? I have. Okay, good.
I know someone. I know someone.
Anyone else?
I know someone.
Okay, none of you have. Okay, you've never experienced someone close to you involved in it? You've just even if it's a normal person?
I know it's a normal person, but he's not a singer.
Not a singer.
Very, very
He's not a
close.
singer.
Okay.
He used to be an electrician, and now he's a nuisance.
And now he's a what?
He's a nuisance.
Mine, the guy is not normal anymore. He's
Okay,
working.
I love this. Coming from your colleagues, like coming from the family, because you all are like one family. Did you hear the last two words they said? They got involved. I'm very sure as at the point when they started, it was fun. It was going well for them. But what happened? Nuisance. An electrician became what? A nuisance. What was he doing?
He was my classmate.
He was your classmate. Definitely he lost his track on becoming whoever he was. He wanted to be.
He's insane right now.
He's insane right now. That's actually painful.
An international basketballer.
Okay.
Now he can trek from Lekki to Oshodi. He does it go and come.
Now you can trek from Lekki to Oshodi. Now this brings me to he's lost. Good. Now this brings me to realization. It's a huge realization. I didn't hear any good word from her. Nuisance. Lost it. Trekking. Now, imagine what it took you to build up your career. Imagine the stress, the pain, the dream, the vision, the sleepless nights, and one little substance gradually walks into your system as a friend, because that's actually how it comes in. It comes in as the only person that is available for you. Most times it comes in when there's too much fatigue. Most times it comes in when you're depressed. Most times it comes in when you feel I'm on top of the world. What else? What is left? It's just me. Oh my God. And it gradually comes in, whispers into your ears. I'm right here, baby. Like, I'm your best friend. And you don't even check his background. You're not even finding out where did he come from. You welcome a total stranger into your life. And all of a sudden, you trust this stranger so much with your time. You give this stranger your money. You give this stranger everything. This stranger becomes your priority even over your career. Now to break it down, you give your trust. to this total stranger that you know nothing about. This stranger becomes your confidant. You want to go on stage, you feel you need to communicate with this stranger before you go on stage. You're thinking about writing a song that is going to blow up the whole place, and you feel I need to discuss this song first with this total stranger.
There was something you were saying there,
Okay.
and I felt, when you were asking us, I put up my hand. Now, one of the other ways that you can get introduced to this stranger, this trusted friend, is through a human friend. A human friend who will come to you. Are you tired? Do you need to write a song?
Yeah.
You know the fatigue you discussed, the depression and all that, and somebody said, take this. That's a time to say no. And then there are other times that, for like with me, the way I experienced it for the first time in my life was going to visit someone and they gave me cake. Cake, just to eat, trusting somebody. It's a visit, young people, we're all together, let's eat cake. And they gave me cake and tasted lovely. And the next thing I saw myself standing on the edge of ready to jump over a bridge. Not knowing that the cake had been heavily laced. I didn't have the foggiest idea. Ever since then, I knew if I don't know you, I'm not going to touch what you're giving me. Do you understand? Or if I open whatever it is I'm going, and I see some things inside it that I'm not, I'm not going to touch it. So that's another way you do get introduced to these things. And if you're not aware immediately that, there's something wrong.
It can even come from your band member, because I'm talking professional, because I know by the special grace of God, you all are going to come out and become a huge superstar out there, where you have 14 band members, 15 band members. It could just be one of your band members that you have soft spot for, and you just go like, maybe you're just alone with the person, and because this person is already like a part of you, you can't go on stage without this person, and you can be introduced as well through your band members. You can be introduced not just from just a friend. You can be introduced through your fans. You can be introduced into it through your fan. Like, there can be this crazy fan of yours out there, he or she, ready to pay you any amount of money just to be with you. And when you consider where you're coming from, God has just brought this guy into my life. This guy is just so good. Like, thank you, Jesus. Now, you're caught up between what you're getting from him and you standing your ground and maintaining your little end that you can survive on. Now, I wouldn't blame you, because at that point you're exposed, your lifestyle has changed, you are expensive, you're classy, you want it all. Now you need to keep up. Now, because probably you're not getting shows like the way you should get it, and you don't want people to misinterpret your image that you have built, you want to still remain in the hierarchy of these people, then you can say no to some particular habits that these people will introduce to you. I don't know if you understand what I mean. You can't say no, but the truth is, you can say no. Now is the right time to build the kind of image you want for yourself. I don't know. We all have different experiences, but as a young boy, I'm still in my 20s, and I had crazy experiences. Name it. Like, I've been with all sorts and manner of human beings you can think of. And that's the reason why sometimes when I get into the prison, like, Mom, when you see the inmates coming out when they see me, even if you put a pastor down, they are not ready to attend to the pastor. Like, it's like, oh, they are just coming to tell us the same thing. I'm here to actually tell you what the pastor is coming to tell you. But my approach is different because of my experience. Sometimes I go with my jeans sagged, blinks all over my neck, and the image will go like, whoa, my boy Jassy. This is.
Someone will tell you that that's something I can't stand.
They just go like, this one, my person, correct guy. Before you know what's happening, they are letting me in. Now, this is based on different experiences that I've had. Now, I know some of you will have these questions. After all, there's some people that did drug and they were successful in their career and they lasted for several years. Well, if they could do it, I don't want to call names, but I know you know some names in your head. If they could do it, that means I can also get involved in drugs and I will get away with it. Have you ever heard of the word called grace? Have you heard of the word called grace? You've heard of that word called grace. As an individual, you need to understand the grace at which you operate under. This man here can do something and get away with it. I will do that same thing and I will not get away with it. That is grace. As a musician, I will give you a few names in our industry. I don't want to go outside because let's start from home. You pick a Two-Face, for instance. That man is operating under a special grace. You don't understand it. You just know we all wake up, our mothers, the younger generation, and I can tell you the generation to come, they just love him. Sometimes he was involved in different stories here and there, but people still love him. That is grace. Some people didn't even do up to that, and they became a forgotten story. Now, before you get involved in anything you're doing, you need to understand the grace at which you're operating under. Mommy J will do a lot of things and get away with it. Like she said, she was involved, she had cake and all that. She's actually operating under a grace. Some people, that was all they had, and they never recalled themselves again till date. Just a piece of cake. So you have to be careful and not see yourself and say, if XYZ person is a musician and is doing it and is surviving, then I can do it. No. Do not wait till you get to the bridge before you plan how to cross the bridge. That is the mentality in Africa that is killing us. We keep saying, when I get to the bridge, I will cross the bridge. Now, in crossing a bridge, I need to make you understand that there are some things that you need to equip yourself with. You're going into an exam hall. You're going to write further maths. Now, do not forget that if you study the normal maths, you cannot attempt further maths. If you think because I know maths, then I know further maths, you're a joker. They are two different things. But while you are preparing, prepare for the normal maths like you're preparing for further maths. And when you're going for further maths, prepare for the normal maths and also prepare for the further maths. So that when you get there, no matter how the question is going, no matter what happens, you're prepared. Now, most of us will say, when I get to the bridge, I'll cross it. Train yourself from now. Train yourself from now on how you're going to survive out there. Let me tell you one of the things that happens to you when it hits you. Suddenly you drop a single. Boom. 2 months after that single, you're all over the place. Promoters, managers are calling you, brands, corporate bodies. You can't sleep anymore. Sometimes you only have 20 minutes to catch a few sleep inside your flight from Lagos to Abuja, or 45 minutes because you're flying from Lagos to Abuja. That's all you have to quickly have a little rest. But if you prepare yourself from now, I'll give you a very good example. She's your teacher. She works for you. You see her almost every day, Kathy. I don't think any of our entertainers are as busy as Kathy is. If they are as busy as she is, do they apply the same volume of energy that she applies on every routine she picks up? I don't think so. But Kathy did not get to the bridge before planning on how to cross the bridge. While she was just Kathy, because I've known her since 2003. While she was just Kathy, she was not yet a big brand. She was not yet the face of MTN, Project Fame. She was not yet anybody. She was preparing. She does her workout sessions. Like, she was ready. Like, if this thing should eventually come, like, okay, I'm not going to be caught up unaware. You prepare as if the next second is the right time, because only God knows the right time. So don't wait and say, when I drop my single, when it comes to that time. By that time, because you were not prepared, then you will look for things to keep you going. You will look for habits, which are this substance we're talking about. There are different types of substance. It's not just the regular, the cocaine, the marijuana, the methamphetamine, the cigarettes. It's not just that. Some people boost themselves with cough syrup. Overdose of cough syrup. Some people overdose of the regular tea. I don't want to, let's not call names, but the truth is.
Call it, Joe. I don't like all this one. I'm not calling names. I like to hear names.
Cough syrups. People boost themselves. Some people, now there's what we call gateway drugs. These are drugs that you cannot arrest. You can't arrest anybody. Like, I'll give you an example. Someone sniffs petrol to get intoxicated. Can you arrest a man for sniffing petrol? Some people sniff latrine. Some people sniff rubber. Some people burn all sorts just to get intoxicated. Can you arrest such people? So when we say substances, I want you to have an open mind. It's not just the regular names that you know. These substances can come in different forms and shapes. It's left for you to be prepared. It's left for you to equip yourself with the right set of people around you.
Okay, now, when you're saying that,
Yeah.
how do I prepare for petrol, for example, now? Yeah, because that's something that you probably use on a regular basis. You probably use it for your generator.
Yeah.
You probably So I guess the way to answer it first.
Okay.
Whether it's petrol, whether it's tire, these gateway drugs. How do you prepare yourself for that?
One of the ways you can prepare yourself, against gateway drugs is allowing your natural energy to be your first trust and only trust. Not welcoming any idea of extra energy for you to be able to hit a particular target. It's when you're on the floor. When you want to project up, is when you're on the floor, you prepare where you're projecting to. It's not when you project, you will now start catching up in the air where you want to get to. The force at which you leave the floor with determines where you get to.
I think in addition to that, though, would be the fact that, especially for these gateway drugs, because you are not expecting it. You're not expecting it to happen, all right? Unless you know about it from before, that, if I sniff a bit of petrol, nobody can catch me, so I'll sniff a bit and it will get me high. But if you are not aware of it, I think the thing is to then notice that you are not behaving normally, and to be able to think immediately, what have I done? What happened around me at that point in time?
Like I would say, on a good day, with your right senses, I don't think you should pick up petrol and start sniffing.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, for example, now I'm pouring petrol into my gen.
Okay.
All right, and not knowingly, I'm pouring petrol into the gen, and the fumes are coming, and I don't realize it.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand? And I'm just going about doing what I should be doing, or maybe I'm just working around petrol at that time, and I don't realize that it's the petrol that's getting me high. I don't. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Or rubber, or anything. There's something. Even the cough syrup, for instance. Some people know that cough syrup gets you, so they will take it. But some people don't. So I'm not feeling I've got a very bad throat. Musicians, and that's why I guess it's a big gateway drug for musicians.
Yeah, sure.
Because the syrupy substance, the way it is, it's very soothing to the voice. I've got a very bad throat, and so the cough syrup says the medications, the instructions or directions says 2 5 ml teaspoons, and you take 2 10 ml teaspoons. Do you understand? And then it doesn't make you sleep because that's what you think it's going to do.
Yeah.
But it makes you,
You're
hey,
awake,
you know.
You're ginger.
Yeah, ginger. You understand what
Yeah,
I'm trying
sure.
to say? So it's at that time when you notice that that has happened. That's
You
when
cut off.
cut off. Yeah. Yeah.
And like she said, at that point when you notice it, you cut off. Sometimes it's beyond you. Sometimes you can't cut off yourself. You have to quickly have someone you can confide in that can help you. Because mom, you understand something, that sometimes some particular things happen to us that we actually think we can handle it, but at the end of the day we can't handle it. I pray it will never happen to us, that it will get to the stage where we're looking for a third party or someone else to come into our life for us to be able to cut off. Because I think at that point it means you've really walked in and it's beyond you. You know you're doing the wrong thing, but you don't know how to get out of it. I beg you, don't ever be ashamed to discuss it with the right person. Don't ever feel, I'm a star now, I can't discuss such issues. Always remember that you are human. Always remember that you are human. Do not allow your chemical intake control you. You are in charge of your fame and whatever substance around you. As a musician, you are in charge of your fame and whatever substance around you. Do not allow the substances and the fame control you. Make sure you are in control. One of the ways to be in control is wear a garment of humility. Wear a garment of humility. Keep your conscience as high as possible. Have a conscience. But the moment you lose your conscience, the moment you feel you're up there, then no one can talk to you. Then you don't have conscience anymore. You just want to do it. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Okay, I think I jotted some things down I wanted to tell you.
Okay, whilst you're looking for that.
Yeah.
First of all, please can we, it's my fault. I should have given you an opportunity. How do we entertain him in the house? What do you have? Do you have water? Can we offer him water? At least.
Project Fame. What a feeling.
MTN, everywhere you go.